Who wants the party?
Good evening, everybody. This is Corrie Rox, and you are tuned into Corrie Rox Your World. And for once, for the first time in, gosh, how many months, I am not going to bitch about the weather, because we had a beautiful day here in the Chicago area, and woohoo, it looks like spring is actually coming. I opened up the show with Anthem by Skullfogger, my guest band today. They're here with me in the studio. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, we didn't have to fake our own clapping there. That was awesome.
No, we do all that for you.
We need to have one of those at a show.
Yeah, I'll come and I'll bring it. Bring my audience.
Nice.
All right, why don't you all introduce yourselves? Go around one by one.
All right, I guess I'll start. The Matt Wolf, guitar player and backing vocals and jerk.
Jerk, good title.
I am Ed, rhythm guitar player.
I am Michelle. I'm the lead singer and going to, marry the jerk, Matt Wolf.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
I'm Hush, and I play the bass.
Excellent. Now, you're missing one band member today.
Yes, our drummer, Johnny Skibicki. He is on the road back, I believe, from Michigan, I think. Yeah. I probably should listen more when people talk. But yeah, he's on his way back, so he sends his regards. Hello, everyone.
Okay, awesome. Now, Phil, for people that are not familiar with Skullfogger, why don't you give a brief intro to the band?
Well, we started off, it was the four of us, and then we had a different bass player. Hush came on a little bit later when our bass player moved to Kansas, because that seems like a place to move to. And then we started playing shows. That's how it works, I think, right? And we got a bunch of shirts, we got a bunch of merchandise. Then eventually recorded a CD and released the CD. That's how the right order of things.
Okay.
What we really wanted to do, we just wanted to just play fun songs, be able to get together in a room with our friends, and just drink.
Oh, there you go.
Play our music
That's my kind of band. And which reminds me, for any of you that are drinking at home, don't forget the Corrie Rox Awesome Drinking Game. Anytime you hear the word awesome, go ahead and take a drink. You know, I say it. Yeah, you can. So take a drink and join on in. We're not drinking, but
I
that's
say it
okay.
a lot.
All right. Well, if you're drinking at home, you should be quite drunk then by the end of the show.
Tomorrow.
To lose all meaning.
All right. So when did that CD come out?
The CD came out, I believe, like last June or July. We're about to go into the studio to record another 5 or 6 songs. We're just waiting on some studio time. And then once we do that, we'll get started with that.
Excellent. Now, who writes all the music?
Everybody.
Everybody. It's a group.
Everybody writes all the music. The first few songs, our old bass player Kevin Clem wrote a lot of like the music, and then helped Michelle with the lyrics. Michelle writes a lot of the lyrics. Ed'll contribute a lot of guitar parts here and there. Johnny writes really good songs, and he's really, really, really good with like
helping us structure ourselves.
Arrange lyrics.
Yeah, like anytime I find myself kind of stuck somewhere, he literally looks up in the sky and he goes, how about we try this? And then he like say, put your finger there or sing the song here, and you're just like, it's magic. Thanks, Johnny.
Well, that sounds like a really good dynamic for a band. And it seems like you're all pretty close. You're all friends. Do you hang out outside of like rehearsals and playing?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one of you lives close to the studio here.
Me.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do.
And where are the rest? So you're from Aurora. Where are the rest of you from?
Me and Michelle live over by O'Hare.
Oh, okay. We
Yeah.
could have commuted together. I'm kind of that way.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
Move over so I can talk.
Just get close to me.
It's fine. Just
Get close to me,
it'll
buddy.
it'll pick you up.
I'm from West Rogers Park, Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, are you all born and raised from these areas?
Yep.
Yes.
I am.
My family's actually from Puerto Rico, and they moved from New York, and then I've been living in Chicago all my life, like by Logan Square, and then when I met this Jack and Innie, Matt, I moved in with him. So it was kind of a culture shock for me, and from moving around and worrying about hobos breaking in downstairs to worrying about raccoons breaking into our garbage.
Right.
It's a little different, but you do what you gotta do.
There you go. Well, I take the raccoons over the other.
I don't know, man. I could punch a hobo in the face, but if I punch a raccoon in the face,
raccoon would fight you back.
I got PETA on me, and I got rabies.
Yeah, there you go.
Again.
So for the two of you, how is it as a couple being in a band together?
I'm not going to answer that first. I'll let you decide that one.
Yeah, nice.
See, I'm learning, so I guess good.
Yeah,
the grenades
you're
to
training
me.
him well.
No, he just acts behaved in front of other people. No, it's good because there's certain moments where you're like, you hang out with your best friend and you get to be with the person that you love all the time, and then the con is you're hanging out with your best friend and you're with the person that you love all the time, and sometimes you just want to slap them with a fish. But I don't know. It's fine because these are all my friends. So you deal with it. You fight with your friends. You make up with your friends. You play cards with your friends. You move on to the next thing. So,
Wait, there's a next thing?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You don't know what's coming, mister.
How do you feel about it, Matt?
I have this prenup agreement, and you just said
That's okay. You're going to sign that insurance application, and in 3 months we'll see what happens.
So just to backtrack a little, maybe I didn't catch it. Were you two dating before the formation of the band?
Yeah. Her way into the band.
I like this story.
Was to seduce you?
Yeah. No, maybe. You never know. Best way to the man's heart is through music? No, it's not.
No,
I think it's meat.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It is me.
It's
You're right. She got me. Our drummer, Johnny Skibicki, and our former bass player, Kevin Clem, were in a band called Power Junkie. I'd fill in on guitar occasionally for them. When that band went their separate ways, a few of my work colleagues were like, hey, why don't you snag those people up while they're on the free agent market? So I was like, I think that would be a great idea, a band with all my best friends. And then we were about to go to our first band practice. I was leaving Michelle's house, and she's like, I want to be in a band. And I was like, no, you don't. You really don't.
You didn't say all that. You're like, if you want to get in
You
a
don't
band-
remember it because you were in such a stupor of excitement. So she's like, I want to be in a band. I'm like, no, you don't want to work with me. I'm very, very demanding. She's like, I don't care. I think that this sounds like a great idea. And she got in the car and came to practice, and now she's stuck.
Okay, so the real version of that was I said I want to be in a band because it was like they sounded like they were gonna have so much fun. It was and Kevin Clem was like one of my best friends, And he's like, well, you have two choices. Either you get in this car or you go upstairs. And so, like, literally in the last 10 seconds, I jumped in the car.
And we started playing that. Was that
I don't
Billy
remember
Ocean
the story
song?
being like that.
Yeah, Matt.
I heard it like.
All right, what's your version of the story?
Well, what
One day Matt Wolf called me and said,
And then
"Hey,
we're
play
going to
bass."
take all of them and we'll somehow find truth in all the versions.
I got one too.
Okay, excellent.
No, hush first. Hush first. No, what happened was they were going to, oh yeah, we're going to go play in a band. And she said, I want to be in a band. And Matt said, get in the car. And that's how
the
it
same
went.
story we just told. I just added a few more colorful insults.
You didn't warn her, though.
Yeah, I know,
You just said, get in the car.
I could have lied that time. What if this is the truth and it's finally coming out?
No.
Whatevs, Matt Wolf.
Ed, what's your story? Sorry, I'm stealing your job.
No, that's okay.
This is what it's like at
good.
band practice.
I'll just sit back and relax. And
My story starts out right after, like Matt said, Power Junkie disbanded. He sent me a text, and Matt and I were already in a band, Born of the Wicked. He sent me a text basically saying, hey, if Kevin Clem wanted to form a band, would you be interested? And I was like, fuck yeah, I love Kevin. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll figure it out. Kevin wants a couple weeks off to, recharge his batteries, and then we'll figure it out. So I think a month later, we agreed to meet up at my house and talk. I figured it was just going to be Matt, Kevin, and me. I open the door and I see Michelle. I'm like, oh, Michelle, hey, you just here to hang out? No, I'm part of the band.
And then I didn't even know what I was going to do in the band. Matt's like, obviously you're going to sing. I'm like, that's true. I have no other skills.
Tambourine. You're great on a tambourine.
Oh, yeah.
You play tambourine?
No, I
She
haven't
does
done
now.
that yet.
what's your vocal background?
Well, the only thing I have going on was that I was in chorus when I was in high school, and I am a killer at the karaoke mic.
Oh,
She
okay.
is. She really is.
Yeah.
But no, like, I've always loved singing.
That's
and
where I do all my auditioning for singers.
Yeah.
Karaoke bars.
I like to sit in the back with a closed cigarette in the dark, and he goes, yes, she's
closed
good, she's good.
A what?
Bring that one this
A
way.
closed cigarette? What's
Clove, you idiot.
Oh, clove. What the hell is that?
I don't smoke, obviously. But yeah, I
Open
know.
cigarette, closed cigarette.
So yeah, that was pretty much my background to singing. Like and everyone in my family likes to sing when they cook, so I don't know if that established me in any way.
Well, good for you. Kudos to you.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. All right, well, let's go to another one of your songs. I'm going to throw on Now or Never. And anything you want to tell me about that song?
I like it.
Oh, I would hope so.
Who wrote this one? Or who came up with
I wrote
the
it.
idea? No, who came up with the guitar part? Was that me or you?
That was you.
That was you.
That was me?
I
Okay,
came
this-
up with Square Gets a Circle.
Okay, this is one of like the first guitar riffs I came up with in this band because I didn't.
Yeah, it really
I didn't-
is, 'cause we were doing
I took a long time to start being comfortable writing songs. I'd write really like I wouldn't be able to find an easy way to write. I would try to overcomplicate things, but this is like
And
one of
then
the
yeah,
first
and
songs.
it's funny because this song's about just getting it done, or shutting the hell up about it. So
All right, she's trying to play a song and telling us to shut up. That's her way. She needs to play the shut up music on their award shows.
All right, here we go. Well, let's hear it. This is Skullfogger, Now or Never. We will be back.
Do you know what you want, what you really, really want? Or you're gonna sing the same old story? Playing games with your life every day and every night, but you'll never know where you're going.
thinking. You're thinking this is a song. Well, I guess I'll just have to show you exactly where you are wrong. Why aren't you hearing the G? Why aren't you feeling the hair? If you don't listen, you'll miss it. You don't understand. I will explain it all once. I can explain it all twice. To make it clear to your brain until you're taking a bite. It couldn't be a damn cause it doesn't have a lever. It's not the DMV cause it doesn't make you wait. It couldn't be a taco cause it isn't very crunchy. It couldn't be an Olsen cause it isn't Mary Kate. It can't be dirty dancing cause it doesn't make you vomit. It couldn't be an iron cause it doesn't burn your face. It couldn't be a scramble cause it isn't freaking awesome. It couldn't be a keyboard cause it doesn't have a space bar. Because this is not a song, it's a sandwich. What would make you think otherwise? This is not a song, it's a sandwich. No more of your vile filthy lies. This is a song. No, it's a sandwich. But it's a song. No, it's a sandwich. So what are you thinking? Still think this is a song? Do you require more proof? Do you enjoy being wrong? Why aren't you hearing the meat? Why aren't you feeling the bread? If you don't listen, you'll miss it. You're making me sick. I will explain it all once. I can explain it all twice. And then again and again until you're taking a bite. It couldn't be a chick cause it doesn't want to marry. It can't be one of those things that cause it doesn't suck enough. It couldn't be a boot cause it isn't very squishy. It couldn't be a beer cause it isn't good and stuff. It couldn't be a tub cause it doesn't have a ducky. It couldn't be a stoner cause it doesn't have a joint. It couldn't be an egg cause there is no Easter bunny. It couldn't be a song cause it doesn't have a point. Because this is not a song, it's a sandwich. What would make you think otherwise? This is not a song, it's a sandwich. It's really just a hoagie in disguise. I'm pretty sure this is a song. No, it's a sandwich. Song. Sandwich. Song. Sandwich. Jesus, dude, what is wrong with you? No, it's a sandwich. Lettuce, bacon, meal, tomato, cheese, olives, onions, frog, tuna, turkey, peppers, salami, noodles, pizza, tires, crowbars! You bought or stole this dumb CD. Now you are suffering, driving home, working out, or at your job, at your house, or wherever, on your iPod.
We are back. This is Corrie Rox in the studio with Skullfogger. And the song you just heard was This Is Not a Song, It's a Sandwich by Psycho Stick.
Now I'm
a
hungry.
band I love. Yeah, you're hungry now? That's a kick-ass song. I like
love that song.
So it meets extravaganza.
Yeah, I threw more punk in the show today because you guys were coming on, but we are going to mix it up. Don't worry, there will be some metal coming. Yeah, so mixing it up a little. And you guys brought a great list of they brought a bunch of songs to play. I said pick some bands you like, and a lot of them are bands I like.
Awesome.
And you're wearing an Alder King shirt, who I love. They've been on my show twice.
I heard that. We're trying to break the record.
Oh,
It was like, we're
you're
the
going
only
for
ones in
3?
history. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next 2 weeks. We're going to show up no matter
We're
what.
actually just gonna sleep here.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable couch.
Yeah, it's a cool studio. Yeah, we have leather sofa. I love those guys. I think they're great.
They're
Now, are you
really
good
cool.
friends with them?
We are.
We are
Yeah.
good friends.
I'm sure we'll play one of their songs in a little while.
Because I
Mickey
think
Hush
they're the ones
actually
that first
mixed
turned me
the-
on to you guys. I think they first.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Hush is actually the one who mixed their latest CD
And tracked it.
and tracked it.
We go
Oh,
back
okay.
and forth, turning each other on.
Oh, nice.
I see what you did.
Slightly incestuous, but sounds good. Now, Hush, tell me about your name. Nickname,
It's a
family
It's a
nickname.
four-letter word.
Well, back in the day, and by back in the day I mean I was like just out of college. I worked at this recording studio where I did a lot of hip hop and rap and they gave me a nickname when I was interning. They called me Nikki Hush because I was really quiet, but I got everything done that was supposed to get done without them asking. So then when I started taking my own clients, I thought it would be in my best interest to keep a nickname so that they didn't know what my real name was.
So they couldn't hunt you down.
Yeah, exactly.
And it stuck, so now I'm Hush.
Yes, she's Hush.
I like it very much.
Thank you. I like it.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to do a few shout-outs to some people in the chat room. We got Moo Jeem, good friend of mine, Thrasher Dave, another friend, Mad Brad, my metal brother, Larry Lee Daniels, the Beeb, Metal Tanya, hi Tanya, and Dale. So welcome. Do you recognize any of these screen names?
Is that our Dale?
I don't know. Is it our Dale?
Dale, if it's our Dale.
If it's you, press
If it's not our Dale, well, hello anyway. And
Blink
thank you for
once
still
if
listening.
it's you. Blink twice if it's not.
Thank you all for listening in, and if you know the band personally, let me know. Feel free to put any questions or comments about the band, or whatever you want me to relate to them, I will. That's for sure.
Can I say something?
No.
Absolutely.
So you know how we're going back to the story about Matt saying that he dragged or whatever? Kevin Clem, who was in the band, who was a bass player, just texted me saying, haha, I dragged your ass to practice.
So the truth comes out.
It's from Kansas, though, so it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, okay. Whatever.
You gotta take that Kansas truth with a grain of salt, I guess.
Salt.
Salt.
Salty truth.
Salty truth. So,
Write that down, new song title.
all right, so being in my impression of the punk scene in Chicago is it's not that big. Am I correct with that?
It depends who you talk to. Ian from Voice of Addiction, it seems like once a week he's got an amazing list of punk bands that he's put on a show. It's either at the Mutiny at the end of the month. He's at Brower House a lot. His band Voice of Addiction, they're about to go on a U.S. and Canada tour soon.
Okay.
So there is a good punk scene. We kind of started off with the idea of being punk, but then we just started writing different genre songs. So we're not really sure what to call ourselves. So we lean sometimes towards punk, sometimes it's a rock song, sometimes it's got metal influence. So we're not really sure. We're kind of all over the place.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you feel like you're
All
running
right.
I think the thing is, in this band, most of our members are more lean towards the metal side, and I like to think that more of my roots come from the punk side because I was kind of a staple at the Fireside, and
in the good days.
When it was just the bowling alley that we destroyed, and now it's just a legitimate bowling alley. But and I think
Where's that at? I'm sorry.
it's over on Fullerton Avenue, right off of Fullerton and Western. It used to be the spot to go check out shows. A lot of people that were just local to people who were big names all went there and just did stuff.
Like?
Well,
What are some of the big bands you saw there, so she understands?
Slapstick was one of the bands that I saw there before they closed down. Voodoo Glow Skulls was another one. Some members from Rancid went there, played some shows. But then, there was a lot of, 5 Minus X, I believe, always, they're good friends of ours, too. And they have a soft spot they have a song, actually, about the Fireside.
I think number 4 was too young to be able to...
Yeah,
ever
he
go
was,
to
I
this.
actually was old enough. No, you were never too young, if that's the thing.
No, he was. Before it got lame, and then they wrote a song about the Fireside, and saying that he's never been there, but he wish he had.
Yeah, and I was.
Oh, okay.
I definitely was. So, guess I'm older than him. But yeah, no. So it's the thing about the punk scene is that it's there and there's a lot of it. It's just not in the limelight as much as other, I think, genres of music in Chicago. And the music scene has changed so much that it's hard to really describe what's punk now and what's just a subculture of punk. So it's always changing and it's always evolving into something. But I think it's still pretty alive. You just got to know where to find it,
Okay. I do have someone who occasionally listens to my show that is a punk critic.
Oh, nuts.
And it sends me messages whenever I say I'm having a punk band on or I'm playing punk. You don't know punk.
Disclaimer,
So
we're
I
not
worry.
100% punk.
Yeah.
We're like a mutt.
Disclaimer.
We're like the mutt.
I know
genre of music.
we're not the Casualties and we're not the Dwarves or anything like that. But I mean,
We just play what we think is fun
Yeah,
and catchy, and
for
we just have a
sure.
good time.
Yeah.
I love that song, Anthem. I think that's really fun, and it was the perfect song to start my show with.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
here we
Yeah,
go.
it's a cool song. So now, when you do shows, who do you mostly play with? Punk bands, or do you do shows with metal bands?
bands with a lot of
and-
metal
Both.
shows.
We do both. Because I'm a metal person, so I know all the metal bands. I know very few punk bands. So we try and like ease our way into, like, if there's a band that's leaning towards like the rock side, we can kind of sneak our way in with a metal band.
Okay.
So we don't care. It's kind of good to have different genres of music sometimes at shows, because if you just have random people there, someone might like that genre. They're just there to hang out with another friend, and turns out they like your band and not the other bands that are playing music, which is unfortunate because we always
I
have good bands.
agree, because with with as much as I love metal, and God knows I love it, sometimes it's hard to listen to 6 straight hours of death metal or thrash metal or whatever. So when there's a band that's like kind of borderline, I think that's always, to me, it's good, But that's me. I mean,
You can tie a room together like a good rug.
Yeah, and,
See Ed's shirt.
You gotta mix it up a little bit, just like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to say that I just listen to one type of music, and I think that it doesn't hurt to expand your horizons of listening to other sounds, because sometimes you turn out to like something you didn't know you were gonna like, or hear something that's like, whoa, I never thought about doing that, until I heard this. So, yeah.
Well, and I remember having a similar discussion with Alder Kings, because they're kind of like on that line, because they're, what did they say, they're surfer metal or something
Or
like
surf
that.
pop, punk chorus.
Horror
Saying
surf.
words.
Yeah,
Genre things. They're awesome is what
They're awesome.
they are awesome.
They're just a good band to sit back and listen to.
Oh, they're great.
And they're
very
And
nice.
they're almost more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Their live performance is fantastic.
Which is amazing for a band that doesn't say a word
Yeah.
when they're on
But that's
stage.
what makes it so cool.
I know. It's pretty amazing.
I think it's cool, and I was honored to interview them not once but twice, since they
3
don't
times.
talk on stage. Yeah. So the first band that gets on my show 3 times will break the record. I have a couple that have been on twice.
Whoa.
So, okay, well, let's see, what do I want to do? I am going to, we lost a good singer this week with Dave Brockie, am I saying it right?
Yeah. One
From
of those two was
Gore,
right.
passing away suddenly, and
That's really sad.
I know that a lot of my listeners are fans, particularly my friend Tanya, who is in the chat room. So we're going to play some Gore songs
Nice.
throughout the show.
Awesome.
And I'm going to throw one right on, and it is Let Us Slay. Be right back.
Christ. We have no need for your crib of Christ, and we never lack for your advice. We don't have to hide our genocide. They'll fear us more when they know that we don't lie. It's coming on hatred this time. You love death, they call it a crime. I choose the dagger to keep in your guts. I'll put it until this time.
we are back. This is Corrie Rox in the studio with Skullfogger. Welcome! Yay! We'll do our own yays.
We can't rely on you for all of them.
So I want to share a little story. On one of my shows, I had a chick night, and Tanya came in on the show and told this great story about her getting cock slapped in the face by the singer of Gore at a show, and she actually had a mark on her face from it.
Like a permanent cock mark?
I think so. Tanya,
Wow.
And then she had it tattooed on her face, like a signature.
yeah, clarify that in the chat room if it left, how long the mark lasted. But what a story.
It was a monster cock, I'll tell you that much.
It was.
It was literally a monster cock.
And not many people can say that, right?
No.
At least truthfully.
Yeah, at least truthfully.
It's a badge of honor to get mushroom stamped by Gore. So.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Yeah, so if you want to clarify or add anything to that story in the chat room, please
If
do.
not, we will.
And I will, or we'll just make something up. I will relay it.
It's better than getting fish fucked, baby.
So now, who's the Beeb? We got the Beeb in the chat room.
Ooh.
I'm wondering who that could be. I have a suspicion. But, and Dale, your buddy Dale has left the chat room. We
what a-
scared him away.
Dick. Unless it wasn't our Dale. Then you're not a dick, you're a good person.
All right, so she said the costume cock left a mark for 15 minutes.
Wow.
Did it really? She said it knocked out 2 of her teeth.
Oh, wow.
No, wait, that didn't really. I don't remember that part of the story. Did it really?
I'm imagining 2 teeth growing in the spot and they can talk too. Like a Family Guy episode with the pimple that talks.
I know, it's making me think of the Little Shop of Horror, and now it's just like... Oh, man. I remember seeing Guar play over at the Congress, and a friend of mine lives actually right across the street from the Congress, and so we saw a lot of the bands, like, load in and load out. And, one of those things you should never see is people without their mask on, but
I hate this.
they all came out, and we were like, oh, fuck yeah, Guar, you guys want a drink? And we're like, I mean, we got beer over here, and they're just like, oh, no, thanks, man, we are beat. But next time, they're just, like, sitting in the truck, like, in their complete outfits except for their heads. And I was like, oh, sometimes you just can't see your heroes without their mask on. But yeah, no, they seem really nice. I had to get slapped in the face, so I can't say that happened.
They must not have liked you as much.
Also I was in a window, so that would have been one hell of
My microphone just did a commercial for
Don't
me.
touch it!
Don't touch it.
Oh,
Just leave it and talk.
yeah,
talk
just
this
leave
way.
it. We'll fix it.
All right, we'll get to the next commercial.
We'll fix it. Why don't you know what, I'm going to throw on some of the music that you brought with you. It's funny because I had loaded a Bill You're a Dick song.
Excellent.
But you brought one that I don't know called Happy Hour.
Which one do you know?
I know, wait, let's see. I want to get the
Rock
title
Horrors.
right.
Punk rock horrors and death metal.
Yes, I love that show.
I
Song.
like that one too, but I wanted to play this one because that one.
Because we
always
listened to
gets
that one a lot, and I'm like, why don't we listen to the rest of it? And I'm like, why don't we? We're like, yes, this is all very good.
Okay, here's a thought. Let's do a twofer. Ooh. All right, let's put both on.
Twice the dick.
Twice the Bill You're a Dick. All right, here we go. Here's Happy Hour. We'll be back.
Punk rock whores and death metal sluts. When I see the girls, I just go nuts. So give me some fishnet sensual skirts. So good and bad that you might get hurt. And psychobilly dance really turn me on. Like the pin-up girls from the days of the dawn. Tattoos, piercings, and the poundy lips. You can dance all night when the music hits. Punk rock whores and death metal sluts. 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 Chicks with more I thought you are cool. But show me that ass and I'll be back for more. Got chicks look hot in the BBC. My dominatrix, come home with me. Stocky and pigtails, yeah, that was up. So I try all night to get in those guts. And I won't hold back until you see that girl. Take a ride in my car, we'll go around the world. Punk rock whores and death metal sluts. 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 Looks like heaven is t-shirt and jeans with a deadliest ring, man, you know what I mean? Dangerous curves, seductive smile. Yeah, I can get lost for a little while. Tie me up, tie me down, whips and chains. You just scratch, look and bite, I can play your game. She's a head expert, like a psychologist, but I found my calling. I'm a gynecologist. Punk rock whores and death metal sluts. 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 Punk rock whores, 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 death metal sluts.
All right, we are back. That was Punk Rock Whores and Death Metal Sluts by Bill You're a Dick.
Ed, which one of those are you?
He's the slut.
Are you the death metal slut, Ed?
No, I'm the punk rock whore.
All right, there you go. And now you got a text from someone who's listening.
I got a text from Chris from the Alder Kings. He missed all the nice things we said about
We
him.
just played like 4 of your songs.
Yeah.
So sorry.
And we spent 20 minutes talking about how awesome the Alder
Oh my
Kings
god, it was a tangent. We had to stop talking about you.
She had to hose us down.
And you know what's funny is I almost wore my Elder King shirt
Oh.
tonight.
I almost wore mine.
Wow, we would have been like a secret Alder Kings. I
Alder
can talk
Kings clan.
tonight. You know why? Because I'm not drinking alcohol. That's my problem.
That's fine.
Yep.
I like my Armored Assault sweater. I don't have to be like everybody else.
There you go. And who's on your shirt? The dude.
The
The dude.
Who is? I'm sorry, who?
The Big Lebowski.
Oh, the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Good job, Ed.
Loves those white Russians.
Well, we do, and we did not play 4 Elder King songs, but we have some coming up, so you didn't miss it.
Oh, now that ruins our story.
What story?
Our credibility is shot to
I
hell.
just
Oh,
shot
that
it
story. Oh,
out.
that story that we totally just made up.
Whatever credibility we had is now gone.
All right, and I want to do a shout out to Graves who joined the chat
that's
room.
Chris.
That's Chris.
Oh, that's Chris. Oh, he's
He's a
in the
jerk.
chat
I mean,
room.
wait.
Well, you know, Chris, you know how it works. Give me the dirt on the band and I'll say it out loud. Just post it in the chat room. And if
We're in
anybody
trouble.
who is listening that's not in the chat room, do a post on my page, Corrie Rox, on Facebook, or I have Corrie Rox Your World also, and let me know you're listening, and I will give you a shout out.
Yay!
Oh, he was saying he couldn't get into the chat room. He obviously figured it out.
Good job.
Too busy writing hate letters about why our band sucks.
You know, now that he's listening, now that Chris is listening, I will talk him up. He is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Me and him, before a couple of shows, have talked about tone, and he's someone that's given me some good advice on my tone.
His bass player, Tone? Tony.
Oh, that wasn't funny at all.
That was terrible.
You have like a wah wah.
I know. I was just thinking that. And no, I don't have that sound
Shit
effect.
like that up, she's going to tell us our publicist said we have to go.
Do you have a publicist?
No,
Okay.
not at all. It'd be our cat toking. He's probably sleeping somewhere.
You didn't leave it on for him to listen.
It'll be so
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the computer was on right now and the cats are like all around the computer, but more like knocking things over than listening.
Well, you know, it's funny because my show gets replayed on other stations and I listen to it sometimes. And my dogs are always like very confused because they hear my voice coming out and they sit there and they do the
You're over here, but you're over there.
yeah, the little Scooby head tilt. It's really cute.
Fun fact about Graves from the Alder Kings is that he did our newest shirt design, and he's also working on our CD design for our next CD that we haven't started recording yet.
Excellent.
So he does some
Plug.
Yeah, good to know. Does he? I can't remember. Does he do? Is that his hobby or profession?
I don't know.
Maybe you can clarify that in the chat.
He is a killer artist.
Both.
so
I mean, he
it's-
makes money sort of doing it. Like he got a
did.
free shirt and stuff, and like awesome things.
Wait, how
He
is-
painted a picture of me and my husband for Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
one of those-
really?
It's one of
Yes.
those paintings that should be over a rich person's mantle.
Except it's all like cool and.
Except it's over their bed frame.
Is it like a portrait like
It's
painting?
a portrait of me and my husband, and I'm holding my bass and looking up at him, and it's all like dark and like shadowy and cool looking.
Oh, that's very cool.
More than-
It was very romantic when I gave it to my husband.
Oh, neat. I want to see
Yeah,
a
it
picture of
You got a
that.
piece of pizza after
I'll
that?
find it.
But
Yes, we had sex on a pizza.
Oh, Lord.
And that's the end of this show.
any second she's going to say, oh, your publicist is saying you guys have to go. I'm telling you.
Play us off, keyboard kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna so use that one sometime.
You know what, though? Chris does have a Facebook page for his art. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm trying to scroll through my phone right now to see.
So this is the perfect time for you to
Or
start
he
talking
could
about
just,
it.
he could write it now in the
All
chat
right,
room.
or put the link in the chat room and then we can all look. How's that?
Yeah.
All right, well let's throw in the Alder King song right now since
Yes.
it's the hot topic. This song is Midnight Hot Rod Hellbound Devil. Did I say that right? That's,
Sure.
okay.
It's got some of those words in there.
All right, here we go. We'll be right back.